India is looking to capitalise on Donald Trump's trade war with China by increasing its smartphone production. Tech companies are committing to building mobiles to avoid US tariffs.
For India's fast-growing smartphone industry, every part matters.
So this is the battery of the phone. Now, earlier we used to import this, right? Now this is totally localized.
The battery is part of an ambitious plan by Lava International, one of India's biggest domestic smartphone brands, to build the first 100% Indian phone within 5 years. Right now, they still source about 60% of their smartphone parts from overseas.
We import this part from China.
And until 10 years ago, actually manufactured in China.
India must come up and take a large share of the global market.
Yeah.
And for that, some companies have to take the lead.
Now the momentum is building.
Well, India's smartphone ambitions were growing long before this latest tariff escalation from the US. This factory actually opened in 2015, just a year after Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled ambitious plans to supercharge domestic manufacturing.
You only have to drive around this city, Noida, just 30 kilometers south of Delhi, to see the landscape shifting.
There's this huge Samsung facility, which is actually one of the biggest mobile phone manufacturing plants in the whole of India.
There's also Dixon Technologies, an Indian company that assembles Google Pixel phones, as well as other big Indian names. And now, as US-China trade tensions simmer and Apple promises to shift its entire US-bound production line to India, iPhone manufacturer Foxconn is also in talks to build a new semiconductor plant just south of here.
And 20 years ago, what was here?
It's all agricultural land.
The CEO of the Noida Authority personally handles requests from foreign companies to come here.
I do get a lot of, demand asking for a huge chunk of land. So we are trying to acquire as much as land possible, create land bank and offer for all these multinational companies.
While some of India's edge may hinge on securing tariff reduction from the US, the official view is that government incentives, as well as India's vast pool of talent and labour, are a much bigger draw.
Apple is in India because of the strength of India. Probably we are looking into a kind of ecosystem where not only the Apple phone itself is exported, but probably the parts and components are also manufactured in the country.
And for Lava, that makes their all-Indian phone ambition seem that much closer.
For us, it's a huge advantage because Apple is a very large player, right? And when they start building phones in India, they also make sure the ecosystem is also built in India. And that means that we don't have to do that much amount of hard work.
Do you see this as a sort of inflection point for this industry in India? Do you think this is a pivotal moment?
Yes, of course. For the last 6-7 years, you see progress happening very slowly. You come to a point when things start to change faster, right? So this is what is happening now.
It's an opportunity, but also, as for these phones in Lava's laboratory, a test of India's true manufacturing strength on a global scale.